lightweight doubles to go through. Results, they're getting the results quickly, aren't they? Switzerland's 5 seconds ahead of the Ukraine, who are 5 seconds ahead of Great Britain, who will go to the B final together with Norway and Denmark. So, Estonia, Hungary, Portugal, the Czech Republic and Spain. Portugal beat the Norwegians yesterday in that close race. Decent start from all 6 crews. That's a replay we're watching, and we will come back and hit the race with the leaders from the Czech Republic, the Tokyo Olympians, the veteran Miroslav Rastil with the ginger hair in the stroke seat, Yuri Simonek behind him in the bow seat.
Yeah, no, Martin, I can't help having to say this out loud, but I can't help noticing it's the crews in 3, 4, 5 who seem to be doing quite well generally today, and crews in 1 and 2 doing less well generally. It's hard to imagine when you look at those conditions. It looks pretty fair across the course, but as it is for this race, we can only go one race at a time, and what we're seeing here is this double from Portugal, who were good yesterday and, as you say, pushed that Norway boat out. Are there in a centre lane, and they're well in this race. 2 to qualify, and it's the Spanish who are putting the pressure on them over here on this side lane in lane 5.
Itano Hotopombo closest to us in the stroke seat. Manuel Balestegui behind him. Both in the Tokyo Olympics took a win in the B final, those 2 Spanish. So the quality in this, and the Czechs were in the A final and finished 4th in that, just missed a medal. So that's the quality of these double sculls. And Portuguese new kids on the block coach, well, Dua Costa, I guess, finished in the C final of the Olympics in the lightweight men's double sculls. Dinas Duarte Costa has come into the boat, coached by John West, British coach who coached you in the men's 8 in London, Greg.
Yeah, he did. John West now working with Portugal, and he'd be pleased to see that team crew of his hanging on to that 2nd position, and maybe even here we see them moving very nicely together, moving well, pretty aggressive, pretty good movement together, though it's pretty clean with that kind of aggression that you look like you can see sort of in the second half and middle of the stroke. And
these crews, they've got to, they turned out a good race yesterday, they've got to turn out a good race today, weighing in an average of 70 kilos. The Portuguese just edging back on the Czechs, the Spanish just losing out now. I guess the Spanish would have expected that be slight favourites to be in the first 2 places, but
they picked up medals earlier on, haven't they, throughout this season, but there they find themselves looking to get pushed out and not be able to make this A final. Anything could still happen, but as you say, the gap is getting bigger, and Portugal here are looking as they have done throughout, which is not making it look easy, do they?
No.
But they're giving it plenty.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with that Czech double, the way they've covered the move of the Portuguese, just edged away from them, the experience of the 39-year-old Vrastil in the stroke seat. He's a former, he likes to do triathlon as well. He's done an Ironman triathlon, Vrastil, in quite a decent time as well. You'd think for a lightweight he'd be good on the bike and good on the runs.
Yeah, you can imagine that, can't you? And like you say,
there he is, Miroslav Vrastil.
In the bow seat?
No, the stroke seat, the ginger-haired guy.
Okay.
Yeah. 4th in the Olympics. Nice double for the Czech Republic. It's their top boat now, I think is their top, they'll be their top boat now. Andrei Sinek has retired.
He does look like he's really leading that, doesn't he? 39 strokes a minute they're going at now, just those hands kind of coming out of the finish and getting back onto the next stroke really nice and cleanly. And that's helped them to make a move out that they've just about got a little bit of clear water now.
Is that John West I can hear screaming from the bank? Is he a shouter, coach?
I'm not sure if you'd pick him up. You've obviously got your course effects turned up nice and loudly that you can hear the coaches shouting, the cowbells ringing, the screams on the finish line.
There is someone that's really giving it some on the bank there, one of the coaches, and I can see John West. And I think John does get carried away, and maybe he's urging them back on the Czechs, but the Spanish, you can see there are some 20 or 30. They've given up the game, really, the Spanish, haven't they? They've realised they're not going to compete with the Portuguese. These are the two crews to qualify. And the Czechs come up smoothly to the line. Job done for them. They move into the A final.
As you say, good performance from the Czechs, picking up that first place. Portugal, I think, will be very pleased, securing the second place, and it is the Spanish who are not going to make it over here. And then on that far side of the course is Hungary and Estonia, who also will be contesting the B final.
Yeah, really clinical job, I think, by the Czechs. Spanish missing out in third place, go to the B final. Time's around, what, about 46, 47 seconds slower than world's best time pace. Czechs and Portugal go through to the A final. Spain, Estonia